वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. Okay, so this workshop or lecture, if you want to call it, talk, whatever you want to call it, it's on Kalyug, right? The age of Kalyug. Okay, we are living in the age of Kalyug. Okay, the era that we are living in, it's Kalyug, and Kalyug is set to be 432,000 years long. This age is said to be 432,000 years old. So this presentation might take some time. Okay, obviously not 432,000 years. Okay, although depends on how this talk goes, it may feel like you've sat here for 432,000 years. Okay, and some of you already have that look on your face. Right, I'm going to see if I can reduce that look to perhaps a shorter period by getting your interest and talk about the time when Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj met Kalyug. Okay, now Kalyug is a sama that we're living in, but at the same time, okay, Kalyug manifested itself into a form and different forms to come and speak with Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. Okay, now the reasons for that is obviously Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj already knows about Kalyug, okay, what it holds and what it brings and what it means for us, what's happening in this age and what's going to happen in this age, but it's for the benefit of us to understand, okay, what Kalyug is, and human beings find it easier to understand things if it's explained in a way or in a form that we understand. Okay, now if we talk about an age acting in a certain way, it's hard to imagine that, how our age acts. That's like a strange thing to say and sort of take on board, or this is how the age is acting. But it's easier for us to understand if we then say this is how a person's acting. Yeah, do you see what I mean? Yeah? So just, there's two things you could do, is nod your head like this. That means yes. You can follow that with a sound, like say yes. So you can say yes, right? Or the alternative is followed by another sound, no, right? So you could either say yes, we understand, yes, or no, right? Very simple, unless your neck hurts, right? In which case, just I don't know, see a specialist. You can fix and say mera meri gardan dukhdi hai, right? So but other than that, I know it is sort of like very tiring, but like I said, Kalyug is a long time, right? So prepare yourself, okay? Prepare yourself. So yeah, so Kalyug then appeared in a form, so that not because for the benefit of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, but for the benefit of us, right? And then I'm going to talk about the different forms that it took, and then the message and the dialogue it had with Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, trying to send us a message so that we living in the age of Kalyug understand what we're facing, what we're dealing with, so that we're a bit more equipped to deal with and sort of come to terms with the situation we have faced, and then fight back, okay? Because it is a constant fight. Living in Kalyug is a constant fight. It's a constant battle that's taking place, okay? Right, but before you understand who you're fighting, you need to know who you're fighting before you can develop a strategy how to fight back. So we're going to look at Kalyug, how Kalyug is fighting us, okay, and then how to fight back. ठीक है जी? So far so good. Let's practice. So far so good. Yes, very good. That's professionally done there, right? Have you done that before? Yeah, she has. She's a professional at it. Okay, very good. Okay, maybe you should give some, lessons to the rest of the groups on how to professionally agree with stuff. Okay, thank you. So, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, and you, is there a knock joke, or are you trying to get my attention? Okay, neither of those. Okay, I thought it was a knock joke. Knock, who's there? Kalyug. I don't know how that joke ends, but well, maybe you can write the ending to that joke. But yes, Kalyug knocks on our door every day, right? And it is no joke. See what I did there? Yeah. Yeah. Slowly, people are warming up to the joke. Anyway, I'm not here to tell you jokes, but I will do anyway, because I like doing that. You may laugh, you may not laugh, but that doesn't stop me. Okay, I will carry on regardless. So, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, okay, there is a place called Assam in India, and Guru Sahib Ji has set up camp. Gyani Gyan Singh Ji writes about, historian writes about this meeting that took place between Guru Nanak Dev Ji and Kalyug. Okay, Gyani Gyan Singh Ji writes that Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ujjaad ch baithe sige. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj sat in Ujjaad, and all of a sudden, what happens is, just to explain what Ujjaad is, Ujjaad you can best explain as middle of nowhere. Obviously, going back those 500 years ago, so the population was as vast as is now of Hindustan. So there was a lot of land that was just Ujjaad. So Ujjaad ch baithe Guru Sahib Ji, and the atmosphere, the weather just changes all of a sudden. And what they find themselves in is this neri aa gayi, so like a storm building up. Okay, so like you can see like a tornado is probably the best image that I could think of to demonstrate neri aa gayi. And jehdi neri sigi, it was so strong that sara kuch keh lo bhai raat wang kala ho gaya. It was not night, but it looked like it was night. Raat pੈ ਗਈ ਤੇ कुछ दिसदा नहीं सीगा, मिट्टी बहुत उड़दी सीगी. And not only that, this strong tornado, this strong winds, this neri was uprooting trees, and then the whole of the atmosphere was quite scary. बड़ा खौफनाक जिहा समा बन गया. And Bhai Mardana Ji, who was sitting there, he grabs a chadar, right? He lays down and he puts the chadar over him. And he says to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, say, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, you bring me to some interesting places, right? We have some interesting adventures, but this one seems like it's going to take our lives. It's going to take my life at least, right? Hon te sama aa gaya, that's it, the end. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji smiled and said, Mardanya, don't despair, just keep watching and see. Rang kartar de hunda ki, just see what happens, right? And then this storm sort of quietens down and the form changes again. Okay, the form changes again. So the form changes into fire, right? Just ag lagi hundi sare paase. And then it seems like within that fire there is a figure which is the fire, and the fire is the figure, right? And it's slowly kind of closing in on Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. And Mardana Ji then just gets the chadar and he puts it over his face. Okay, saying that's it now, game over, right? This is the end, right? Bhog pੈ gaya, that's it, right? Kirtan Sula padho, that's it, right? And end of story. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, Vaheguru da na jap. Dekhi ja ki hunda a, right? Don't be scared, right? So ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹਨੇਰੀ ਚੱਲੀ, ਫਿਰ ਅੱਗ ਆ ਗਈ. ਅੱਗ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਕੀ ਹੋਇਆ, ਫਿਰ ਮੀਂਹ ਪੈਣਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ. Then it just started raining a lot. ਬਹੁਤ ਮੀਂਹ ਪਿਆ, and also ਗੜੇ ਪੈਣੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਗਏ. गड़े हुंदा हेल स्टोम है ना, बड़े मोटे मोटे गड़े पैने शुरू हो गए। मगर जिथे गुरु नानक देव जी महाराज सीगे उत्थे कोई गड़ा नहीं पिया, उत्थे कोई मींह नहीं पिया, उत्थे कोई गड़ा नहीं पिया, राइट। बाकी सारे आले दुआले मींह पैना शुरू हो गया, ओके। एंड गुरु नानक देव जी महाराज सारा कुछ देखते, भाई मरदाना जी भी देखते आ, एंड दैन इट ट्रांसफॉर्म्स वंस मोर, एक बारी फिर अपना आकार बदलता आ। सो दिस इज़ बेसिकली कलयुग इन डिफरेंट फॉर्म्स, ओके। इट वाज़न्ट दैट दे वर जस्ट हैविंग a freak weather, you know, all of a sudden. It's just that Kalyug was taking those forms and it keeps changing those forms, and I'll talk about why it did that as he explains to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, okay. So now next what happens, it now transforms into this being, okay. Now this being, okay, is as we can all agree, it's not a very nice looking appearance, yeah. Needs a lot of work done to it, yeah. So like needs braces to start off with, right. Perhaps you know, a visit to the dentist, yeah, is probably what's needed, right. But it takes on a form of this big huge thing, and इदां लिखिया आ कि ਉਹਦਾ ਸਿਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸੀ ਅਸਮਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਾ ਸੀਗਾ, touch head was touching the sky, ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪੈਰ ਸੀਗੇ ਉਹ ਪਤਾਲ 'ਚ ਲੱਗੇ ਸੀਗੇ, and it's a huge thing, right. ਤੇ it also says ਵੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਨਾਸਾਂ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ, right, they were like ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਖੂਹ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ, right. It was just like a very ugly looking thing in that sense, but very scary looking thing, right. And that's the form that Kalyug then took, okay. Now understand this, yeah, these are all forms that Kalyug has taken, okay. कुछ दस्सण वास्ते, कुछ समझाउण वास्ते, सानू कुछ सिੱਖਣ वास्ते, right, okay. But as it is moving closer and closer to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, its size is shrinking, so is his shape, and then the look as well is changing, is transforming, okay. And then right before it gets to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, it transforms again, but this time it's in the form of a human being, and he goes and he sits in Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj's charan, right, अपने हाथ जोड़ के बैठ जाता है। ते गुरु साहब जी उन्हें पूछते आ भाई तू कौन है, who are you, okay. Again, like I said, Guru Nanak Dev Ji doesn't need to know, but we needed to know, so Guru Nanak Dev Ji asks a question, भी तू कौन है, and he replies, he goes, महाराज मैं कलयुग हाँ, ये समा मेरा आ, these are my times, गुरु साहब जी मैं कलयुग हाँ, ते मैनू माफ़ करो that I took on all these forms to test you, मैं तुहाडी ਪ੍ਰੀਖਿਆ ਲੈਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ गुरु साहब जी ਉਹ ਸਾਰਾ कुछ ਕੀਤਾ। ਮੈਨੂੰ नहीं सी पता कोई भी ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਵਤਾਰ ਦੁਨੀਆ 'ਚ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਆ, any prophets or any messengers that come onto this earth, they get tested, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਟੈਸਟ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਟੈਸਟ ਲੈਣ ਆ ਗਿਆ, ਮਗਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਪਤਾ, I didn't know that you're not a prophet, you're not a messenger, you are a ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ on this earth yourself, ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੇ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਨਿਰੰਕਾਰ ਦੇ ਰੂਪ ਹੋ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਪਤਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮਾफ़ ਕਰੋ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮਾफ़ ਕਰੋ। ਮਗਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਹਾਂ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਚਰਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਆ ਗਿਆ, I've come into your sanctuary, ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਮੇਰਾ ਵੀ ਉਧਾਰ ਕਰੋ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਤਾਰ ਦਿਓ। ਆਪਾਂ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਨਾ, ਕਲਯੁਗ ਬਾਬੇ ਤਾਰਿਆ, ਕਲਯੁਗ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਤਾਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ। ਭਾਵ that even Guru Nanak Dev Ji even liberated this age, Guru Nanak even liberated ਕਲਯੁਗ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਤਾਰਤਾ। ਕਿਉਂ ਤਾਰਿਆ ਸੀ? ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਚਰਨੀ ਆ ਕੇ ਢਹਿ ਪਿਆ। ਤੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਬਈ ਤੂੰ ਇਸ ਸਮੇਂ ਦਾ ਰਾਜਾ ਆ, that you're the king of these times. He goes, ਹਾਂਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ, I am the king of these times. And then Maharaj says to him, ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਬਈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਰਾਜਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ, ਰਾਜੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਫੌਜ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ, right? Raja has an army, a फौज ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਰਾਜੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਤੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਫੌਜ ਆ and he goes ਹਾਂਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਵੀ ਫੌਜ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ I have a fauj, I have an army as well, but this army that I have is an invisible army. No one can see it. So it is very easy for me to defeat this whole world and have them under my control because they can't see this enemy. And they can't see this enemy's attack because they can't see the enemy. Right? They think everything is normal. Right? Now, in this world, I'll talk about what is deemed normal these days and what's deemed out of normal, whereas is often the opposite. Well, what does the world follow and what the world thinks, but what actually exists in reality. So, कहना महाराज मेरे कोल भी फौज हैगी आ. I have a fauj as well. And उदों जेडे पुराने राजे महाराजे हुंदे सीगे, those kings used to have a fauj and used to consist of sort of like you can say 4 divisions. So 4 ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਫੌਜ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀਗੀ. ਇੱਕ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਪੈਦਲ on foot soldiers, ਇੱਕ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਰੱਥ ਤੇ that's the warriors on chariots, ਇੱਕ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਘੋੜਸਵਾਰ on horsebacks ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਹਾਥੀ ਤੇ ਸਵਾਰ on elephant backs. 4 ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਫੌਜ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀਗੀ. ਐਂਡ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਵੀ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਫੌਜ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਤੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਵੀ ਘੋੜਸਵਾਰ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਤੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਵੀ ਹਾਥੀ ਦੇ ਸਵਾਰ ਹੈਗੇ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਤੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਵੀ ਰੱਥਾਂ ਤੇ ਸਵਾਰ ਹੈਗੇ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਤੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਪੈਦਲ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕੌਣ ਨੇ ਦੱਸ ਫਿਰ tell me who they are then. And then Kalyug explains that Maharaj, these are my Yodhe, these are my warriors. I'll come back to the other image afterwards. And he says, these are my, so this is the invisible army that Kalyug employs. He says, my greatest warrior is falsehood. ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੂੜ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕੂੜ, falsehood. So falsehood could be translated into say having a sort of misconception about what makes you important. You know, like in society, people have they run after a status. ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆ status ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, but that is all part of falsehood. ਕੂੜਿਆ. You know, people want to be ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸਾਰੇ ਲੋਕੀ ਵਾਵਾ ਕਹਿਣ. If I just want to talk about our Punjabi community, right? We waste a lot of money on falsehood. We waste a lot of money on kood. How? Give an example. When somebody in our community, ਜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਧੀ ਪੁੱਤ ਦਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਵਿਆਹ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ, right? What we look at, oh, you know, ਫਲਾਣੇ ਦੇ ਵਿਆਹ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀਗੀ. It was just like, you know, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ $50 ਲੱਖ ਖਰਚਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ, whatever it is, right? And they're like, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਭਾਵੇਂ even if we have to borrow money, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਰਜ਼ਾ ਚੁੱਕਣਾ ਪਵੇ, but we want to show them ਬਈ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਵੀ ਪੈਸਾ ਹੈਗਾ, that we want to have a status. That is one small example of what falsehood is. ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਅੱਗੇ falsehood ਆ, and everything, that's the flag bearer. And to keep that falsehood, then I have all these soldiers, they the ones who then attack people, right? ਉਹ ਯੁੱਧ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ. My army general, so my worldly attachment is the king, and he says my army general is violence and murder, right? Then he says lust, anger, greed, ego, and my warriors are my warriors on horse, elephant backs. Guru Sahib ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਾਮ ਕ੍ਰੋਧ ਲੋਭ ਮੋਹ ਅਹੰਕਾਰ ਕਹ ਲਓ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪੰਜ ਚੋਰ ਕਹ ਲਓ, right? So we already have attachment. So jealousy, gossip, right? Gossip, okay, it's a big thing, right? Slander, robbery, and unfulfilled craving for worldly things are my warriors on chariots. Guru Sahib Ji. Laziness, gambling, alcohol, intoxicants, and other bad actions are warriors on horseback. Ghoswar ne ho. And then attachment to others, okay? Sin of want and stealing are my foot soldiers. So this is the whole of Kalyug's army that's attacking every single person who is born into Kalyug. Soon as they have an understanding, they start their work on them, they start their attacks on them, right? On daily basis, we are being attacked, if not by all of them, by some of them on a daily basis, on every single moment as we're walking. Now they try and get their jabs in. They're trying to get their blades in at whatever point that they can, right? But we do not realize it, what's going on. Kyunki sanu disde nahi ge, right? Sanu disde nahi ge. But the whole world is engrossed and is being defeated by my army, Guru Sahib Ji. So Guru Sahib Ji कोई बच नहीं सकता इन्हां तो, मगर महाराज कहते भी बच सकता आ। कौन बच सकता आ? महाराज ने कहा सी मेरा सिख बच सकता है। दैट जिथे मेरा सिख होवे उत्थे तू नहीं जा सकता। जिहड़ा मेरा सिख आ, the Sikh of mine who practices the code of conduct, the rat, जिहड़ा असली सिख आ, not just कई नां दे सिख हुंदे आ ना, like people who may look like Sikhs but they're not really Sikhs, right? The ones who follow Guru Sahib Ji's upadesh, महाराज कहते जिहड़े ओ मेरे सिख ने, ओ उन्हां दे कोल तेरा कोई सूरमा अगे चल नहीं सकता, महाराज said, because they're the true सूरमे। जिहड़े गुरसिख आ, they're the true सूरमे in this world, that they defeat that invisible army on daily basis, that keep them at bay, right? महाराज कहते तू मेरे सिखां दे कोल नहीं आ सकता। Then Kalyug says, महाराज मैं हुण तुहाडे कोल आया, मैं तुहाडे सिखां नूं कुछ नहीं कहंदा। जिहड़े तुहाडे सिख ने, I will not harm them, Guru Sahib Ji, मगर तुसी मेरी कुछ भेटा लाओ। I want to offer you something, please take an offering for me, मेरा भी तुसी उधार करो, please liberate me as well, that I've come to your sharan. It is my job, Guru Sahib Ji, to do all this. I've been ordained to do this, but तुसी मेरा भी उधार करो Guru Sahib Ji, मैनू भी दसो मैं की करा। And then Guru Sahib Ji ne, then Kalyug made an offering to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. Say, Guru Sahib Ji, please accept my offering. And he offers, says, this Shabad is recorded in Sri Rag, okay? And it's the very first Shabad in Sri Rag. And this is a dialogue that Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj is having. So Kalyug is offering this, and he's saying, Ek Oankar Satgur Prasad Sri Rag Mahalla Pehla Kar Pehla Moti ta mandar usra hai ratni ta ho hai jadao kastur kungu agar chandan leap awa chao. Say, Maharaj, please accept this following, this offering, that I will give you mandar, meaning houses, meaning mansions, made with ratan, with pearls, okay, inlaid with jewels, expensive stones, Maharaj, and ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਮੈਂ ਲੇਪ ਦਿਆਂਗਾ ਕਿ scents like sandalwood and musk, right? I'll give you those mentions, Guru Sahib Ji, ਉਹ ਮੇਰੀਆਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ accept ਕਰੋ Guru Sahib Ji, ਉਹ ਕਬੂਲ ਕਰੋ। ਮਗਰ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ, ਮਤ ਦੇਖ ਭੂਲਾਂ ਵੀਸਰਾ ਹੈ, ਤੇਰਾ ਚਿੱਤ ਨਾ ਆਵੇ ਨਾਉ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਗੀ, ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਜੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਆ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਵੇ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਭੁੱਲ ਜਾਵਾਂ, ਰੱਬ ਨੂੰ ਭੁੱਲ ਜਾਵਾਂ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਰੱਬ ਨੂੰ ਭੁਲਾ ਦਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਆ। The things that you offer will make me forget Vaheguru, and for that reason I don't want them. I have asked my heart bin jio jal bal jao. Without Vaheguru, my soul is scorched and burnt. Not Guru Nanak Dev Ji, this is the plight of the world. Without Vaheguru, we think we're living a life, if you talk to people who ਜਿਹੜੇ ਰੱਬ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੰਨਦੇ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਤੇ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਬੜੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਆ, right? But Maharaj ਕਹਿੰਦੇ their soul is scorched and burnt. Maharaj ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ I have done my research, मैं अपना गुरपूछ देखिया अवर नाही थाऊं, that there is no other place for me other than with my Guru, with Vaheguru. मैं अपना गुरपूछ देखिया अवर नाही थाऊं, मैनू लोड़ नहीं गी। And then he offers other things to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. Okay, धरती ता हीरे लाल जड़ती पलग लाल जड़ाओ, right? Then he says, Maharaj, the dharti, I will give you dharti, the dharti is inlaid with the hire lal, with diamonds, Guru Sahib Ji. And not only that, I will give you mohani mukh mani sohe kare rang pasao, that I'll give you heavenly beauties Guru Sahib ji, I'll give you beautiful looking women. Maharaj कहते नहीं, मैनू लोड़ नहीं गी इन्हां चीज़ां दी, मत देख भूलां विसरै तेरा चित न आवे नाम. That all of those will make me forget वाहिगुरू वाहिगुरू दूर लै जाणगियां, मैनू चाहिदियां नहीं गियां. And then he offers Guru Sahib दे चरनां च सिद्ध होवां सिद्ध लाई रिद आखा आओ रिद्धियां सिद्धियां गुप्त प्रगट होए बैसा लोक राखै भाव. So like special powers. महाराज कहते ओहदी भी मैनू लोड़ नहीं गी, right? क्योंकि going after them मैं परमात्मा नू भुल जांगा. And then he also offers at the end सुल्तान होवा मेल लश्कर तख्त राखा पाओ हुक्म हासिल करी बैठा नानका सब वाओ. So Maharaj, I will make you the emperor of the whole of the world and everyone will be your subject. ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਮੰਨਣਗੇ ਲੋਕੀ. ਮਨ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ, ਮਤ ਦੇਖ ਭੂਲਾ. Maharaj's reply was the same all the way through. ਮਤ ਦੇਖ ਭੂਲਾ ਵਿਸਰੈ ਤੇਰਾ ਚਿਤ ਨ ਆਵੇ ਨਾਮ. So what has been described in all those is what the world, okay, would love each and every single person, or perhaps not each and every single person, but most people in this world would either love all four, but at least one of them. But they're gifts of Kalyug and they take us away from Akal Purkh Vaheguru, right? Not to say that Jede Gursikhya, they don't have nice houses, they enjoy it, yes, but this is what Guru Nanak Dev Ji then replied back. Maharaj ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਗੀ ਕਲਯੁਗ, but ਤੇਰਾ ਉਧਾਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਆ. You will be liberated. You come to the house of Guru Nanak, you will be liberated. ਅਸੀਂ not all of that, but ਅਸੀਂ ਕੁਝ ਤੇਰਾ ਚੜਾਵਾ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਨ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, but not in this not this time, but when I come back in my fourth form as Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj. ਜਦੋਂ Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj, when I come back in the fourth form, although, but still, when we have those offerings, still, okay, not all of those offerings, but some of those offerings we'll accept, but we will still remain unattached to them. And my Sikh will still remain unattached to them, right? So that's why you have Sikhs. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਈ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਵਾਲੇ Sikh ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ, they have a lot of money, they have a lot of possessions, but they are not attached to it. There's two things. Guru Sahib Ji in Gurbani always gives us the analogy of the lotus flower, that it remains in dirty water, but it always rises above it. Okay? Always rises above that dirt, that filth. Just like that, a Gursikh stays in this Maya amongst all of those possessions, but it remains above it, yeah, unattached. Okay, so in Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj's time, the way the Guru Kar used to work is Guru Sahib Ji ne kheti karni, he would do the kheti, the fields, and the money that would be generated, it was used to langar launa Guru Kar us wele Kartarpur Sahib wo chalauna, right? And then Maharaj ने ये क्या सीगा भाई मेरे तो कलयुग तू 12 को दूर रहेगा, ते Guru Angad Dev Ji दूसरी जामे जो आवेंगे in the second form as Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj 6 को साढ़े तो दूर रहेगा, and Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj समय तू लागे आ जाएगा मगर अंदर नहीं आ सकेगा, right? But in the fourth form as Guru Ramdas Ji Pasha Maharaj, then we will accept some of those offerings tera bhi udhar kar denge, right? So that's why in the times of Guru up until Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj jis tarah parwah chalda siga, in times of Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj, people would bring in stuff like rasta hundiyan, like atta landa sabji, this and the other, and they would bring and it would be cooked, and then everything would be cooked during the day and distributed. सारा कुछ रात नू मका के and ਜਿਹੜੇ ਭਾਂਡੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਦੇ ਉਹ ਮੁੱਦੇ ਰੱਖ ਕੇ ਰੱਖ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸਨ, and that was it, nothing was kept. But when Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj came, ਫਿਰ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਕਲਯੁਗ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਉਧਾਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਸੀਗਾ and had to change the course of the world, and ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਸੀਗੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਧਨਵਾਨ ਵੀ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਤੇ ਅਲਿਪਤ ਵੀ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਸੀਗਾ. So the Gursikhs would be living in that murky water, but to be remained as those lotus flowers. Guru Sahib, what he did, Harmandir Sahib, obviously the Sarovar, Jada Guru Ramdas ji Namara Sarovar, where Guru Sahib ji started Amritsar city. And the Amritsar city was also became a trading center, a business center, international, open for international trade, and a lot of money would be coming in. Right? A lot of money. अपने ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਸੀਗੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਿਰਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ, they became well off and they started helping everybody else. So Kalyug is being liberated through the ਚੜਾਵਾ that Guru Sahib ਜੀ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਚ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਆ, ਤੇ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਆ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗਰੀਬ ਨੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੋੜ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਆ, ਤੇ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਲਯੁਗ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਉਧਾਰ ਹੋਈ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਨਾਲ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ. Right? Everybody with me so far? Okay, right, good. So, right, I just want to give you a small task to do, okay? In the technical age we live in, okay, Kalyug has recruited special forces, and can you identify them? And that invisible form now are using different weapons that have been made available because of this technical age that we're going through, right? What I want you to do is identify what could be used, okay, and by which warrior to get us and affect us, right? Understand? Yeah? And then how can we fight them? This is what I want you to then come back to me with, okay? So just to summarize, okay, before you do this, we live in the age of Kalyug, okay, and Kalyug affects every single aspect of our lives, okay, and as Kalyug said to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, nobody will be spared from my attack, Guru Sahib Ji, but your Sikhs I will not be able to harm, provided they remain your Sikhs. Dikhave de Sikh nahi, not just dikhave wale Sikh mere arge, but real Sikhs, Guru Sahib Ji, I will not come near them. They will not be defeated by my forces. Okay, so we want to make sure we are included in those Sikhs. Any basically na de Sikh that, you know, we are plundered by Kalyug's forces every single day, but we want to become those true Sikhs of Guru Sahib Ji that are like that Kamal da full, is that we rise above, and that invisible army can't harm us. So we become warriors of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj ourselves, and we fight back.